Right, been doing a bit of work on my figures with the blood for the blood god paint, and the results ain't too bad actually. So I've just been dabbing it on with my fine detailing brush, and it's a nice contrast, to be honest. I like it. It does actually look like wet blood. I mean, I almost thought about bloody matting it down, but I think it probably would be best to leave it like that. It's got like a gloss sheen, as it were. So that's me me road worker, my road construction worker. Here's the blue jean guy. So with him, I've just basically gone off the back of the box as a guide to put where to put the blood and stuff. But he ain't looking too bad either. You could probably notice like a slight greenish tone to him, because as you know, sometimes zombies have got various different colours, and some are like green, some are like rotting brown, that sort of thing. I'm gonna have to build that up. But what I've done is I've mixed a bit of Americana sea glass, which I've had since I've done Herman a few years ago, and I mixed a bit of number 26 brown, and I've gotten that, mixed a bit of water with it, and I've just been washing it on, and I'm hoping that'll come out really good. So that's the blue jean guy, me lab worker. I've done a bit of blood effect on here as well. I've also painted on the flesh back on the knees where the trousers have been, worn away and torn, and then just put a bit of blood on there. Put a bit of blood on her hands. I mean, obviously I've still got to put some brown and some of the greens on and that, that green wash. But she ain't looking too bad. The police officer, put the blood on her as well. Now, remember those Raccoon City decals? I put those on. Microsoft matted them down on the shoulders, and they're looking really nice. The badge on her chest, up towards the shoulder, I've just left that in the gloss. I brought out the zombie bite a bit as well, so I put a bit of 331 purple, red purple, and a bit of that blood for the blood god. And once it decides to focus, that ain't looking too bad either. I'm probably still going to put a few more colours in there to bring it out. Right, now, one problem with Alice was the actual shotgun back holster. As you probably could just make it out, it's smooth on the back. And Alice's back is all lumpy. And it's a bit smooth there, but I tried to glue it on actually, and I just couldn't get it to slot in there properly. And plus I wanted a strap as well. So what I've done, if you remember the red ribbon that I've been using for my rally cars to replicate the seat belts of my racing cars, I've just glued a bit of that on the back, super glued it on the one strip on the bottom, and glue the other strip on the top as well. And then that's fully dry now. So what I can do, instead of having to glue it to her back, which I don't want to do, so I just put that over there, put it right into her armpit like that, and then put it over like that, and then I can just maneuver that like that, and it looks better. Looks better with a strap, because you don't get one with the kit, you just glue it straight to her back, and I don't like that. So I've just put that ribbon on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to primer the actual ribbon and the shotgun back holster, and I'll probably paint the strap in black, and then maybe the holster, I don't know, maybe I could paint it in leather brown or something, number 9 Umbro. But I think that looks better as opposed to just gluing it to her back. So that's that sorted. Now I've got some black ribbon, but the black ribbon was slightly too wider than the red, so I just used the red. So I've got some accessories for the bike, which is off the bike kit. So you've got like some kind of like brace that connects to the side of the bike, So you can probably put some supplies in there and connect something to the outside. That's 2 parts. I've got off the zombie hunter kit the 2 jerry cans. So I've just glued those together. You glue part 9 to part 10. Because you've got 2 9s, 2 10s, 9 to 10. And you can just see the seam there. So I've obviously got to sand that down. But those don't look too bad. Again, from the zombie hunter kit, you've got a rolled up sleeping mat. Detail on that is really nice. You can see the straps and everything. So that's just one piece, and then you just glue the ends on with a rolling pattern. So you glue one end on there and one end on there. You just make out the rolling pattern. I've got like a radio that's off the bike kit, so you just glue the top to the actual radio itself, and that's hollow. I don't know whether to fill that in. And then you've got 2 rack pieces from the bike kit. Alice has just fell over. Stand up, you little cowbag. And then, so that one goes on the side of the bike, and that one goes on the top, behind the seat, where Alice sits on. It's actually right on the back. So obviously bits and bobs will go on there as well. Cutting those off the sprue was very delicate indeed, so make sure you don't break it. And last but not least, whoops. Last but not least, you've got the rear lights and the number plate. Let's try and get that to focus. Now you can probably just make out it says J-2198. In the top corner I'll put you what it looks like, because I actually made this on Forza Motorsport. I actually designed a Ford Crown Victoria Resident Evil police car for the Raccoon City. And I actually made that myself. And J2198 apparently is the number plate for a license plate for Claire in Resident Evil 2. So that's just a little nod to Resident Evil 2 in there. So I just printed that off, cut it out, put it on, and that's that all sorted. So with that being said, with all that work done, I'm really happy on how the Blood God paints come on. I've obviously got to build it up, but yeah, they're not looking too bad so far. Not bad at all. Right, with the zombie figures pretty much all finished, I can't really do any work at the moment because I've got to order a petrol station pump set that I've seen on the internet, and I've got to order one, probably be just after Christmas that I'll order that. Unless I get one for Christmas, because my wife was wondering, my wife was wondering, there's some people in the family that don't know what to buy you for Christmas, and so I sent her the link for the gas pumps, and hopefully someone in the family might buy me one for Christmas. If not, I'll just order it just after Christmas. I got a £25 gift voucher off my dad, probably. That's what he bought me last year, so... because I can't really do anything until I actually get the petrol pumps, because the diorama scale is going to be based around the petrol pumps. So once I get them and put them together, then I can work out my scale of the diorama that I need it to be. Because what I'm doing is on my way to work every morning, there's a petrol station not far from my house. And I looked on Google Maps, and I can actually use a distance calculator. So I've used that to calculate the size of the building for the petrol station, and also, just before I get to work, there's actually one of those car wash places, and their building looks a bit like the building behind the petrol station in Resident Evil Extinction. So again, with a distance calculator, on Google Maps, I'm going to use those to make my diorama, but I can't do anything until I get these petrol pumps, so it might be a while before my next update. So hopefully everybody has a good Christmas, and we'll see what happens. Have a good one. Right, it's New Year's Eve, the 31st of December, and I can happily say that the petrol station gas pump set I ordered from Germany excuse me, has arrived this morning. It arrived while I was doing my render for the Street Talk Part 1 video, and I'm really impressed on how this is. It's really nice and detailed, and so here's what I've got. Right, so it's the Mig-Ammo 135 scale modern gas pump set. And from what I can see, you get 2 gas pumps with 3 nozzles on each. Box is fairly decently sized. It's 6.5 inches wide by, with the display lapel as it were, it's just under 8 inches tall. You get the various different manufacturers of the petrol, and you get 2 sprues. So putting that to one side. The trouble is, this wasn't cheap. Whoops. Right, just trying to get the one off the floor. So here are your 2 sprues. So you obviously glue the 2 halves of the pumps together, and then you get the cord, the fuel cord, the pump cord with a nozzle. And like I said, the detail on these is really, really nice. The nozzle will plug into those 2 holes there. I'm assuming. I think so. Yeah, I think that, and there's actually one on each side as well. So you glue the 2 halves together. But like I said, it wasn't cheap. The kit itself was quite cheap. It was $8.95. But then I've had to spend $20, €20, whatever you want to call it, on shipping from Germany. So there's your decal sheet. So you get like a Russian one. I think that's Spanish. I don't know what LUK is. It does tell me actually what they are from. So here we go. So you got a RAL from Germany, OK VAS from Denmark, LUK from Russia, 90 or 90 from the Middle East, Shell, BP, Total, Zip, which are from that's probably Ukraine, and there's another one for Ukraine as well. So there's the manufacturers. Gives you the placement guide, and it tells you how to put them together. And the decals, putting this back down again. I'm going to stabilise, I'll tip over. Right, the decals are really well detailed. I'm impressed with the actual readouts as well. I don't know if there's any dollars on there though. I don't know. Maybe. There may be some dollars on there. I'll have to put my specs on and have a look. I'm hoping there's some dollars on there anyway. But I mean, once you put them on, you excuse me, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As long as it's English, I suppose. But yeah, the decal sheet's really well detailed. You get the what they are as well: diesel, petrol, unleaded, leaded. I'm assuming. And yeah, not bad detailed at all. I won't be using these sheets though. I'm going to keep these aside. The only decals I'm probably going to use are the leaded and unleaded ones and the readout ones. The logos I'm not going to do. I'm going to use this decal sheet for size and go with the Enco logo from Resident Evil, the actual Resident Evil Extinction. So I've obviously got to print them the same size as these. But yeah, it was well worth it. Yes, it cost me £29.90 in euros, which is £24.90 in pounds. I mean, I saw someone that saw the model shop. I think it would have been, I think it probably would have cost me about £18, but they're shut till the end of January. So I just bought these from Germany. So I'm really well chuffed they've arrived. And it's quite quickly as well, because I only placed the order. Like I say, it's New Year's Eve today. I think I placed the order on Friday or Saturday. I can't remember. I think it was Friday, I think. And they've arrived really quickly, actually. I'm really well chuffed on how quickly these arrived via DHL. Then it arrived here, and then Parcel Fast took over. But luckily I didn't have to pay customs, which I was well chuffed with. So let's get cracking on with putting these together and getting my decals done.